Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Good morning, West Michigan. The time now is 6:45. Wanted to show you our current snow depth. Notice most of the lower peninsula is completely dry at this time. We don't have any snow on the ground except for once you get north towards the Alpena area. Our upper peninsula still has a decent amount of snow depth, especially where those elevations are a little higher. But notice Canada to our northeast, quite a bit of snow still on the ground. And this morning, if we look at our current winds, you can see that we're dragging air from the northeast. So we are going to continue to see cooler than average temperatures today. It's just slightly cooler than average. It's not really colder than average out there. So we are kind of on track for where we should be for this time of year. But compared to that warmth that we saw earlier this month, definitely feels chilly outside. We are going to keep those winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour today, but we're going to slowly see them shift from the northeast and turn northwest throughout the day. Temperatures right now are in the mid-20s. Today we should warm up again to the low to mid 40s, so pretty similar temperature-wise to where we were yesterday. The differences between today and yesterday are that we should see more sunshine today, and our winds shouldn't be as brisk, as crisp. So we shouldn't have that wind chill factor like we did yesterday quite as much. Still dry outside, though. We're not planning any precipitation throughout the day today. It looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet and easy to take weekend overall. Here's a look at Storm Track Live. You can see some of that cloud cover just to the north. This is very thin, so as we wake up and start to see that sunrise, that shouldn't impact our sunrise or obscure it by any means. Instead, it should just make it look even prettier than it usually does on a clear day. Here's a look at your futurecast as we step into the afternoon. Lunchtime, notice we have a lot of sunshine here, and then we hold on to that sunshine with just a few clouds as we get to the afternoon. So 5 o'clock, we might see a cloud or two, but overall today, I think sunshine is going to win out with a high of about 43. And then again, we're going to watch our wind shift from the northeast and then turn northwest as we go on throughout the day. All right, here's a look at your futurecast again as we go on throughout the afternoon. You'll notice that some of that cloud cover increases into the overnight period. And that's because we're going to have a clipper system that passes by to our north into Monday. So this is mainly going to be taking a track away from us, but we could see just a little bit of cloud cover to the north, especially if you live north of I-96 in through your Monday, and maybe a snow flurry if you go far enough to the north of Grand Rapids. But for the most part, I'm thinking it's going to be really quiet and really dry again throughout the entire day today. Now, I did want to show you two things here. Here's a look at some of those futurecast rainfall totals. This first one being the European model. Notice where it puts that stretch of rain right across West Michigan. Looks like 1 to 2 inches by the time we get to Saturday. Now, in comparison, this next model doesn't look quite as significant, but it is giving us just as much rainfall. So this is the American model, once again giving us between 1 to 2 inches. Grand Rapids specifically about 2.14 inches by the time we get to Saturday, which is quite a bit of rain. And you can see the forecast track is still not quite solid quite yet. So we're going to continue to monitor that closely as Wednesday and Thursday edge into the region. Temperatures stay pretty close to 50 once we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if we look at your spring outlook, if we look at what April and May and June hold, it looks like we should actually return to slightly warmer than average temperatures. So we've had a little bit of a cool shot to finish out March, and it does look like March is going to finish on the cool side. But once we get to April, May, and June, it does look like we're going to start to warm up just a bit. Also looks like we're going to tend towards drier than average for the summer, which means we could see a few more 90-degree days. And those days are getting longer. We're gaining about 3 minutes each day.
Yeah, no complaints about that.
Yeah. It should be an interesting summer.
It should be.
Yeah,
you know, and as we kind of close the book on winter, for the people who did not enjoy the very cold winter we had 2 years ago.
Yes.
Right.
A whole different story this time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think most of the nation was actually warmer than average for winter, not just us. So it was mild all around.
Like.
And it does look like we could see some flooding things in the Mississippi River Valley, but locally, I mean, quiet, dry, warm.
Sure. All right. Thanks, Alan.